This is how people talk these days. And this is how our calendars look. All day our phones never stop, and by evening we're almost too tired for Netflix. So if you're anything like me, you do a lot of work, a lot of busy work, and you kind of look back at the day and you're like, what did I even get done today? What was the point? And then, you know, you have those projects that you're like, oh, someday I wish I could do this. Oh, someday I wish I could finish that. But the thing is, someday never really comes, does it? Does it? Well, for those two reasons, that is why I am going through the book Make Time. This is a book not about productivity, but more about making time for the things that matter. And as someone who can work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, which, let's be honest, is often unfocused busy work, this is something I desperately need. That's why for the next month I'm going to be unpacking this book and testing all the techniques in it in a hope that I can restructure my life and making it more zen and make time for the things that I actually care about. So let's begin. So the Make Time strategy is split into 4 parts: highlight, laser, energize, and reflect. Each week I'll be tackling and mastering the techniques in one of these sections, and Jake Knapp is actually going to be coaching me along the way via Skype. Hi Jake.
Hey Jacob, how's it going?
So what I'm planning for this video is that we're going to go through each segment of the book. So in your book you sort of outline 4 steps. Could you very quickly run me through them?
Yes, the 4 steps are highlight. The idea with highlight is every day, starting the day off and imagining when the day's over, what would you like to look back on and say, that was the highlight of my day? So it's choosing the thing that's matters the most to you that you want to focus on that day, but it's a little different than saying like, oh, which of these 1 tasks is most important? Laser, the next one, is about eliminating distraction and really focusing when that highlight comes around. Energize is something that happens really throughout the day, and these are tactics for building energy. So you have the mental energy, the physical energy, so really enjoy your highlight. And then finally reflect. At the end of the day, it's just about treating each day as an experiment and saying, okay, what went well, what didn't go well, and if the day didn't go well, if I didn't get the thing done or whatever, like not being hard on oneself, but just saying, hey, like it was just an experiment. What can I do differently tomorrow?
Do you set highlights for your weekends? Or just like work days?
Yeah, I set a highlight every day.
Alright, well I can't wait to start setting highlights for this week and see if it makes a difference, and then I'll also try out the burner list and a few of the other tactics.
Fantastic, cool.
So the first tactic I'm trying, which sounds very simple, is simply write it down. Write down your highlight and put it somewhere visible so you can see it for that day. And then the goal is if you get that one thing done that day, it will be a good day. Next, if you're feeling stuck and you're not entirely sure what your highlight should be, you can do this next step, which is called stack ranking your life. Basically all you gotta do is get a pen and a piece of paper and write out the 5 to 6 things that are most important to you. Then what you wanna do is you wanna rewrite them and rearrange them in the order of priority. So that was interesting. After a lot of thought, this is how I stack rank my life currently. This doesn't mean it's always going to be like this. Number 1 is my startup. Now I'm currently working on a startup with my brother, and it's early days, so I don't want to talk about it on my YouTube channel just yet. Number 2 is family. Family is really important to me. And number 3 is health. I take health quite seriously, or at least I would like to take health quite seriously, and it's definitely something I need to focus on. Number 4 is my YouTube channel. And then number 5 is my DIY design education. It's weird, I actually thought my YouTube channel would be at the top, but now that I think about it, I think startup, family, health, YouTube channel, education. Whether you guys agree with that, I'm not sure, but this is currently me internalizing how I feel like my life, my priorities should be ranked. Currently. It might change in a couple of weeks, it might change in a month, who knows? So the third tactic I'm going to try this week is called the burner list. It's a to-do list that makes you focused on the most important thing and makes you accept that you cannot do everything. This is how it works. Step 1, on a blank sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle. Now the left column is going to be what's called your front burner, and the right column is going to be what's called your back burner. Now in your front burner, you can only put 1 project. This is your most important project that must get done. First, give it the title of your project, then underneath write the to-dos and activities that must be done in order to achieve that project. Then put your second most important activity on your back burner and then add the to-dos underneath that. Now it's kind of like a kitchen. You want to focus mainly on your front burner and getting your main to-dos done, but every now and again, you know, the back burner will need a stir of the pot. So So these are little to-dos that can be done that aren't as important. Then finally, create the kitchen sink. At the bottom of your right column, create another line and title it MISC for miscellaneous. This is where all your other extra little random to-dos are put. Now these are to-dos that are not essential, but could get done if you have a spare moment. Now burner list typically lasts about 2 to 3 days, and you'll have to refresh a new one when you come up with new to-dos and your main to-do is complete. Alright, so those are the 3 tactics I'm trying this week, and I'll let you guys know how it goes in 5 days.
4 to 6 days later.
Alright, so end of week review. Now I was thinking of recording it as I went through, but then I decided, I should probably just skip to the end of review. And what were the findings? What happened? What was it like? Was it good? Was it not? So, yeah, it was good. Now this is just a part of Make Time, so there's a lot more to learn, but simply just writing down your main to-do for each day somehow just really helps you to focus a bit more. But one thing that I really enjoyed is I actually really enjoyed the burner list. I found that quite nice, because before what I've been doing, I've always written down to-dos. But the thing is, it became this thing like it just felt good to tick off a to-do, you know? But the thing is, there's one to-do on there that is vastly more important than 10 other to-dos. You know, there could be like get a video finished, and then there could be another one which is like get milk from the grocery store, but they would have the same sort of feeling when you tick them off. So being able to prioritize those with the burner list really helps you to focus on what was important and sort of only pick up those extra to-dos if you had spare time. So the next step, I'm still feeling like I get distracted quite easily, and I definitely noticed that this week, even though I was setting highlights, it helped, but I was still getting distracted. So that is going to be covered in the next video, where we cover laser focus. How do you eliminate distractions so you can focus on your highlight for that day? Anyway, please like and subscribe to this video, and I will see you in the next video. Jacob, out.